Good morning. I don't know if it's a good morning or if it's a bad morning. I'm not sure. All I know is I'm mind blown. It's been 4 years. On January 16th, most of you already know this, but I have a heavy heart today. On January 16th, 2012, my husband was killed. I woke up and he wasn't home anymore. I don't know where he went. I don't know anything. All I know is I woke up and he wasn't at home. At that moment, that desperation of trying to find out where he was took over. I had no idea. I had no idea what the future held. I had no idea what was going to happen. All I knew is I heard some guns being shot, and that was it. I woke up from a nightmare, but I lived through it for 4 years. I woke up and had to come to the realization that he wasn't coming back, that he was gone, he was taken from me, that fate decided that it was his time to go, if you believe in fate, or that it was because it was meant to be. Who knows? I don't know what I believe in. All I know is that on January 16th, I felt like my life ended. I had all these questions going through my head. Who am I? Who am I without him? Will I always wake up alone? How am I to raise this baby without him? Is anyone gonna love me? Is anyone gonna love me like he loved me? Am I ever gonna feel that again? Who's gonna kiss me goodnight? Who's gonna hold my hand? Who's gonna tell me, stop being stupid, everything's gonna be okay? Who's gonna tell me, calm down, you're overreacting? Who's gonna call me babe? Who am I gonna cook for? Who am I gonna yell at about his socks, how he's being all over the place? Who am I gonna fight with over nothing but over everything? Who am I gonna fall for that hard? I had no idea what was gonna happen with my life, but in the past 4 years, I have learned to love myself. I've learned to be a mother by myself. I've had a lot of downs. I've had a lot of doubts in myself. I've had a lot of moments that I failed and failed and failed, but I got back up because that's what I have to do. I had to learn to live my life without Cody, and it's been hard because he, till this day, will always be such an extraordinary person to me. We grew up together. He kind of molded me into a woman. I was lost for so long. I didn't know how to live my life. How do I breathe without the person who gives me oxygen, right? How do I go about my day without the person who always brings me up when I'm down? Who's gonna love my family that much? Is his family still gonna love me? I had to accept all these things. I was never gonna see him again. But the one thing that keeps me going on a daily basis is that little boy I call son. That little boy, Ryder Cody. He is so much like him and he has no idea yet. He's so incredible. He loves me for me. And he asks me questions about his dad. And I want him to know everything. I want him to know exactly who Cody was. I want him to know why I loved him so much. Because of the way he picked at me. Because of the way he loved me. The way we would argue and make up. The way we loved each other. That kind of love that you see in movies. That kind of love that doesn't die without the person being here. That kind of love will never die. It's inside of me. It's inside of me. He doesn't have to be here for me to know how much I love him. And it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. You know what? I didn't think I could love after him. And I have. And I do. But he will always be my first. He will always be the one who gave me my first child. He gave me a lot of tragedy in my life and a lot of stress and a lot of hurt over everything that happened. But that doesn't mean that I forgot all the good things he did for me. He made me grow up. He stood by my side through everything. He made me realize things that I was doing wrong or that I was selfish about, and he helped me grow as a person. I am here today to celebrate his life. He had an amazing 21 years. If you got to know him and experience him, you know the kind of person he was. He was funny and he was charismatic. He was that kind of person you wanted to be friends with. He was the kind of person that blew you away when you were talking to because you were sitting there laughing so hard you would pee yourself. He was the kind of person that when in depth when he spoke about something, he was so passionate about certain things in life, and you would sit there and listen to him even if you didn't agree. He would kind of make you agree. He would kind of make you see why he saw things that way, and he was very opinionated, which I love. Our opinions would clash and we were definitely opposites, but we had so many highs and so many fun times. Our wedding day was such a crazy day, and wow, it was such a beautiful moment getting to marry the man that I love, getting to go to Europe with him, getting to experience my first pregnancy with him. Even though he wasn't there to hold Ryder, he was there to feel him as he moved inside of me. He was there to tell me that I was going to be a good mom, and that if he was going to have a baby with anybody, that he picked the right person. I'm here today to just tell everybody that if you have a little moment in today, a little moment in the day, sit there and, I don't know, look up at the sky or light a candle and tell Cody you're thinking about him, if you care, because he is phenomenal and he needs to know that he is loved and that nobody's forgotten him, that he is in my heart today. He's in my heart every day, and I always love him. January 16th. 2012. He was taken away way too soon, and I don't understand why till this day. But I will always remember every moment. I lived my relationship with him awake, very awake and very alive. I felt everything every day as I laid on his chest and heard his heartbeat. I knew he was real. It was always like that pinch me moment. Wow, he's really mine. He's mine, he's mine, he's mine. I fought for this. I earned this. He was my dream come true. He was everything. And now I'm happy in my life. I have somebody who loves me, somebody who I love. I have my son who, oh my gosh, who gives me such a rush. I have a job, I have a house. I am able to support myself. And I do owe a lot of that to you, Cody. Wherever you are, I want you to know you taught me to grow up. You taught me responsibility. You taught me to love. You taught me to be myself and to not be scared to be myself, that I'm good enough, that I'm enough. So thank you. Wherever you are, I hope you can hear this. This is a message to you. This is a message to you in heaven, which you have to be. You have to be in paradise. This is my message to you. No matter where you are, no matter how much time passes, it's like I held your hand yesterday. It's like I gave you a kiss yesterday. You are intertwined inside of me. You are like the blood through my veins. You are my structure. When everything's crazy and I feel like everything's falling apart, I always turn to you. And you always give me hope. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being so amazing to me. 4 years, and I haven't forgotten a day. I love you. Rest in peace, and I hope you like the flowers. I'm sorry I don't visit that often. Life gets hectic, but you're in my heart every day. Just because I don't visit every day doesn't mean I don't remember. I love you.